Good morning, Nancy and Tom. It looks to be oh my God cold in Denver, CO. Somebody's got to say it. Holy shit, this here's some cold. I mean, cold is one thing, like, oh darn, the meatloaf isn't hot. You take it out of the fridge, a big block of leftover meatloaf, microwave it on high for a couple of minutes, perhaps covered in paper towel so the catsup crust won't splatter. Then the bell rings and you touch it with your finger. It feels hot, so you slice and serve with scalloped potatoes and cream spinach. It's not a great meal, but it's presentable. Meat, starch, veggies sort of thing. But you know, it's one thing to touch test the meatloaf. It's quite another to taste test the meatloaf. Especially right in the center where it tends to be last to heat up if it heats up at all. This meatloaf is cold, gawldarnit. But you're already sitting down. It seems too much to get back up, walk into the kitchen, reheat the damn plate for another 60 seconds. So instead, you eat it, grumbling to yourself that the flavor just isn't there when it's cold like that. So that's pretty much how my dinner went last night, kind of cold in the meatloaf. So what does that have to do with Denver? Well, several things. One is that I don't know how lucky I am to be here in Hawaii where the only thing cold is meatloaf, while you guys are in the Great Rocky Mountains freezing your asses off. I should be down on my knees in gratitude to my meatloaf, like, thank you, God, for this cold meatloaf which is still warm around the edges. Another is that perhaps you should prepare a nice meatloaf for your own supper tonight. I suggest mashed potatoes rather than au gratin, however, and perhaps mixed green veggies from the freezer bag rather than cream spinach, which seems to run, but whatever. The basic idea is good. Meatloaf is a wonderful cold weather dish. It lends itself to leftovers, too, for meatloaf sandwiches tomorrow, when it will still be very cold throughout your region. Whatever you decide will be right. I'm not trying to run your lives. Just commiserate a bit. Yeah. Love Jim.